Week 22 here in Germany, and you guys are going to be excited. This is going to be a two-part week video because of how much stuff I did. I was in Berlin for 4 days, and then I went to London for 3 days. So this is going to be the Berlin video. And so I left for Berlin on my bus on Sunday, last Sunday, the 29th of January, and went to celebrate my New Year's there. I met Haley and Victoria there later. We were staying in our hotel, and I also had some surprise people staying with us that I had completely forgotten about. Ryan and Sam, both other PPPlers, came to stay with us also, so that was really cool to see them. Hadn't seen Sam since Munich and hadn't seen Ryan since Cologne, so it's been a while, guys. And we had a lot of fun. So the first day we went to look at the Reichstag building, walked around a little bit in Berlin, just got to know it. Our hotel was right next to the Hauptbahnhof, so that was really cool. And with that night, we also went to meet Catherine. The 5 of us went to meet Catherine at the Berlin Wall. It's called the East Side Gallery. It's the longest standing part of the wall still in existence of the Berlin Wall. So you guys will see pictures from that. There was some really cool artwork on there. Really liked it. The next day, we went to see a memorial for the Jews that were killed during World War II. It's actually lots of these blocks, anywhere between like 6 inches to a foot high and maybe 12 feet high, and it was massive. There was probably at least 2,000 stones there, and it almost made like this maze. I'm not really sure what it symbolized, but it was neat nonetheless. Throughout our time there, we got to eat some really good food. You know, I always like to eat really good food and then show really pretty pictures of it. And so then we went to go to the DDR Museum. That was really cool to see that. The DDR is the Deutsche Demokratische Republik, and that was the time of East Germany from 1961 until 1989, where things were just really serious. I mean, they couldn't really leave. It was, oh man. But the museum was very interesting. It was great to see how the lives of these people were affected and everything, and that it was finally ended, and they reunited, I believe, in 1990. West and East Germany became a thing again. So that was really cool. And for New Year's, gonna move on because I'm forgetting stuff, and I need to keep this short because I got a lot of footage to show you guys. I went to meet with, of course, Haley and Victoria, Sam and Brian, and Cody also there, another PPPler. Not to mention, God, we met up later at a bar with Quasi, Bree, Nancy. They all came. Dawn ended up coming, and then Mike was there, and Michael Haupt, and Lord, there were so many PPPlers in Berlin. It was awesome. So we stood in front of the Reichstag building, the Parliament building of Berlin, and drank our flasks of wine and beer and celebrated the night away. Berlin was very wild on New Year's night. I could not believe it. People throwing M80s out front of the Hauptbahnhof, with people shooting stuff off in the subways. It was crazy. And at New Year's, when it all hit, there was fireworks everywhere. So, I'm gonna let you guys get to that film. You guys know how we do this. Let's see what we did for the week.
Allons-y!
Here I was at the Hauptbahnhof earlier that day. I had actually arrived by myself by bus, and I was waiting on Haley and Victoria to get there from Prague, and little did I know that Sam and Ryan was coming too. I had totally forgotten. Sorry guys. But I'm sure they had a lot of fun in Prague, and I did miss that, but I had seen Prague before, and I needed just a little downtime before I went on this week-long adventure and travel. That Hauptbahnhof is epic. I wish we had something like that in Dresden.
2 times. Because it was such close proximity to the Hauptbahnhof.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
Such great. Are you videotaping me currently, laying awkwardly in my bed?
Yeah.
I'm just lying
Yeah, dude.
thinking about myself.
So they worked in the first couple floors after their
On their office space.
Here was the Reichstag building that I was talking about. It is really the only place I've ever seen German flags flown. They're really not about showing yeah, we're German, but I think I kind of understand why and whatnot. Not going to go into details. There was a second Dunkin' Donuts. I think I ate every morning at a Dunkin' Donuts by the Hauptbahnhof, because it was finally available to me, and so I had Dunkin' Donuts, 4 times every morning. It was very nice. Here was the East Side Gallery that I was talking about. The Berlin Wall, I would say that section of the wall is probably half a mile to a mile long. It was very neat to see the Berlin Wall and very nice to see the artwork from after the wall had actually fallen.
People can walk up and touch this side of the wall without getting shot.
Wait. Is it really the east side of the wall?
This is the
other
west
side is the east side of the wall,
Because
where the Russian side was.
The west,
and there's a kill
on the
zone
west, you
before
could
the
go
wall.
up and touch this whenever you wanted. On the east, on the other side of this wall, there was a big area
Yeah.
where they had bombs, all that
Barbed wire.
barbed wire, whatever.
Snipers.
So the people on the east side, this is the west side.
Okay, Sean, I told you a fact that was right.
Yes.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
and you can see that
How did
because
you
of
know?
This was the longest piece of artwork that I saw, I think, on the entire wall. I don't really know how long it spanned, but it sure looked like it went for quite a while. Someone is quite talented to do that.
Somehow we got into like sugar daddies.
Maybe you could
and I was like, I could totally find a sugar mama. But I need to work on my figure first.
Of how
And
to
how does
properly
opera
color
play
code tag.
That's a typical place where you can find a sugar mama.
Ooh, I was thinking, yeah, you could do like daytime, nighttime things, like you know.
It is a video.
Hello.
Here's the Humboldt University of Berlin. This is the university where Einstein actually attended. That is pretty impressive.
I have to Yeah. God, I learned so much from you guys.
We have a ton of sugar in the car. We're just happy. We're just living
Oh, I understand. Also,
life, loving life.
I think it's
My ice caramel coffee. Since I was back at school.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. I used to have
Hey,
an
Cody.
original.
How's it going, Chad?
A
It's
usual.
been a long time. Can I try?
Yeah, sure. When my coffee addiction was so bad, I had a usual when I went to Dunkin'. Like, oh, you want your usual? And I was like, yes, please.
Here's a bit of the footage that I was talking about from this memorial to the Jews killed during World War II. Again, I'm really not sure what this symbolized, but it was very neat, whatever it was. It almost resembled this big maze where you really could have got lost in. And so have to see what Ryan did just now.
Standard technique.
Standard technique.
There was a very old piece of the Berlin Wall. We were headed down to the Berliner Dom, the Cathedral, and to see the DDR Museum, which is directly across from it. It was really neat to see these Bahnhofs everywhere. They're very intricate all over Berlin, and of course, because Berlin is such a large city, it has 3.6 million people, I believe. Very impressive. And there is the Berliner Dom that I was talking about. Very pretty building. Sadly, did not get to see the inside of it. It was closed when I went to see that on New Year's Day. And here we are at the DDR Museum. That is a Trabi. It was a type of car. All of the paneling is made out of, I believe, Duroplast, which is fiber, and then they poured liquid plastic infused with it, and it sort of made this hard shell. That was us later on at a restaurant. I was eating chicken fajitas, and they were very delicious, and we ended up going to an Irish pub. Of course, in Berlin, and we go to an Irish pub, but we enjoyed ourselves anyways. It was awesome. There was some street artwork that I really enjoyed. I love people that just kind of take the time to do this, because it would be quite a thing knowing that your artwork was going to disappear after a few days by rain or by the weather. It's really sad, actually. And that was the first set of fireworks that I saw being shot off from near one of the subway stations. That was a clock that told the times of every place in the world, so all the time zones and everything. It was very interesting. Here was a little ice rink in the middle of Berlin. They still had the Christmas markets going. I had an apple cinnamon glühwein, and of course, it was delicious. Nancy, you're in my video, yay!
Say hello.
Here was all the PPPlers at the bar that I was talking about, and of course Zach was there too. He was on my Munich trip with me. We had a lot of fun.
I'll throw it at you.
It's a video.
Why does the orange light come on? It's a stupid video.
We have a better video for you to watch.
I was telling him a little bit about it. Stop.
I want to see
In a
it.
video?
It's only gotta be 1 second.
Is there head butting in this video?
How much of your
You should have head butting.
I don't remember the name of this castle, but I know that it was a castle, more like a palace actually, but very pretty part of Berlin. Really liked that.
look? A lot of buildings left. Keep going.
Hi, Victoria. And I believe those were actually geese, that white one there. Not a swan, but a goose. And of course the mallard ducks, and I forget the names of the other ones. And that jerking of the camera was Sam pushing me down on my bad knee. So that was lovely. But I'm not going to stay mad at him. Here was a quick spin around after we walked past the Hauptbahnhof and someone lit a quarter stick of dynamite about 30 feet in front of me and nearly deafened me and scared me to death. But I was not able to get any of those loud bangs on camera, but you guys will see some later. It's been a while since I feel such cold. Berlin, you wild creature. Silly Berlin. Bunch of wildness. Oh my god. Here was the Hauptbahnhof the next day, all cleaned up, and all of the garbage outside was also cleaned up. They had hundreds of workers working on that to clean it all up by the next morning. Here we were at the Ampelmann store. It is actually a famous part of East Germany. It is the guy that tells you you could cross the street or you should stay across the street. And everyone has different ones throughout the world, but this one is special to East Germany and of course East Berlin. And there is the Berliner Dom just one more time before I was departing for London. Victoria and I went to see that while Haley sorted some things out. I'm not exactly sure what that building is over there, but again, Berlin is the crane capital of the world. They had lots of cranes, so go there. And so I'll see you guys in part 2.